Hold on, I'm late coming into the show. Lauren's headphones are...
It's so loud.
Wait, you're on green. Aren't you on green?
Yeah.
I just turned you down, didn't I?
Much better. It was so loud. I was like, whoa.
That is the dulcet tones of Lauren Livak Gilbert,
Hello.
LLG, doctor of all the product detail pages, doctor of the PDP.
Hello, everyone.
We're live from eTail. This is always off-brand, but you know that because you clicked on it. I'm Scotty O. Sometimes Summer, Haley have left me to my own devices. Not good. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am so fired up right now. I barely can stand.
I can attest.
You saw this, Lauren Livak Gilbert. You saw this in real time. Ladies and gentlemen.
First meeting.
In freaking person.
In person.
Sarah Levinger! Are you kidding me right now?
I'm here.
Brain-driven brands, phenom, Sarah Levinger, producer Scotty's old stomping ground, the old hood.
I like the way you say it, though. It's old stomping grounds. Like previously, we used to work together.
Sarah Levinger, my favorite psychologist ever. You're my favorite therapist I've ever had. You know that?
A lot of people tell me that. And I'm like, is that a good thing? I don't know.
That's a great statement, though.
In my life. Like, you're very easy to talk to.
You know how many brands I held back just being, could you please help me on these guys? Could you please help me on these guys? I respected. I had boundaries.
You did great, honestly. I feel like you and I also aligned on a lot of topics that I don't get to talk about a lot. So I was like, I'll go talk to Scotty about this. He'll get me.
Like what?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Yeah.
Anytime we used to bring up consumer psychology and like purchasing behavior,
Ooh.
we had my co-host Nate constantly. He was always really into like the ROAS and the metrics and like the ad performance. And I was like, Scotty, but listen, is Nate not weird because he purchases all of the weirdest things for the weirdest reasons?
Yeah,
constantly.
Like his cart, like his psychological like shopping cart is made. It was like not a direct line at all. It was crazy.
But to that point,
his toothbrush thing. Nate Lego, shout out you.
Shout out to Nate if you're watching this.
Sorry, he's got the craziest toothpaste thing. He buys like.
Yes, you have to describe who he is though, because Nate is like camo. Like trucker hat.
Mullet, full mullet,
yep.
Proud mullet.
Yes.
Southern. He drinks whiskey and he eats steaks, and that's all he does.
Yes. That is Nate. And he uses charcoal toothpaste.
Oh, I was gonna guess charcoal.
I was gonna guess like charcoal steel soap. And we were like, what? Why?
Why? He literally had like a pallet of Red Bulls shipped to his house. Yes. This is who this man is. And then you're like driving, you think you know Nate, and all of a sudden he's like, but I'm super particular with the edges of shirts. Like something just like
everybody's got their thing.
Yes.
Everybody's got their thing.
But try to market to Nate. Like that's
I don't even know how you would. He's very
but how do you market to anyone now? That was gonna be the point.
Yeah.
Like when you think about consumer journey and consumer psychology, like it's not.
Oh well, and that's the reason why.
How do you even think about
the entire show? So Scotty and I first met. What was that? Probably
I stalked you. I stalked you on the Linky, just like Lauren.
That's how he met me too. He stalked me on LinkedIn.
I didn't stalk. That sounds terrible. I cold called. I cold called because I read your stuff and I'm like, oh shit, nobody's talking about that. That's badass stuff. That's the whole cycle. I love that stuff.
Oh, it was so interesting.
And so I said, hey, will you come on this cockamamie show that we've been doing? And you did. And then afterwards, I emailed you and I said, I don't know if even a podcast is in your life and your world and your plan. But if you do, I'd love to be part of it. Yeah. I don't want to be on it. I would love to produce it. I just want, you need to be out.
Which I so appreciated because at the time I was like, I would love to start a podcast. I don't know anything about that. I don't even know where to start.
So Scotty's for.
Yes. One, he's very good at that. Very talented.
Yes,
very
agreed.
lovely.
You are great at it.
You're just a good human in general. But it was such good time.
Hold on. Could you repeat that just another time? First, Sarah,
you are a great human, Scotty. If you keep asking for it, we're going to take it back.
I'm going to ask the Magic 8 Ball.
Well, then this is the reason why. Because I was like, I had never met a producer I wanted to partner with. Because I had a few people, not many, but like a few that was like, we would love to, produce your show and then we can promote it, blah, blah, blah. We'll make money from it. You make some money, but we'll make most of the money. And I was like, okay, but I already produce a lot of content and that stresses me out. So you came along. You very graciously were like, let me just produce it. Like, we'll just try a couple episodes and we'll see what happens. And it like grew into something.
How did you
I-
get to? How many listeners?
The
did you get
funniest
to?
part
Oh my
is
gosh, it was bonkers.
you should see. So I said, what kind of show do you want? Does anybody care about this? Should we talk
I
about
don't
this?
know. Well, we were trying to get back to.
Well, I was
like-
trying to talk about
consumer-
consumer
like, why
behavior.
Sorry,
consumer
Lauren. Livak,
I always
you're
try
right.
to steer the ship back, but Scotty just keeps it
We'll
going.
shorten this really, really quickly. So fast
Her and I.
forward.
This is
Fast forward many years later. I have a co-host, Nate. We have a show, Brain-Driven Brands. All we talk about is like consumer behavior. So the interesting part is through this show, I kind of started to develop my own ideas about like how people are actually purchasing things and what behaviors they're exhibiting through Nate and Scotty. Because I was watching all of the different ways that they were talking about their purchasing journeys. And I was like, oh, this is the reason why we love podcasts, because I talk and think at the same time. So interestingly enough, when you talk to people, if you let them talk long enough, you'll find some very definitive things about who they are that will tell you a lot about what they'll probably purchase. So I've been walking around like a
tell me what you've
Oh
learned.
my gosh, it's so fascinating. This particular one, like this particular event, is very interesting because you can tell by the way people dress and by how they walk what they're probably going to be interested in.
Ooh, tell me. Okay, give me a
Oh
hint.
my god,
Like
so interesting.
skirt,
So-
dress, pants. Like, what do we got?
There's this adorable lady that was walking around in this like fiery pink kind of a dress,
Ooh.
and
hold
she
on. I have a sound effect for that. Go
she
ahead.
was lovely. Like, oh, I wanted to be her friend
Listener,
so bad.
LLG's like waving me off on that.
No, okay. So without seeming like a creeper, I was watching this lady.
People watching is
yeah,
great.
and
We
I was
love
watching her
people
go up to different like booths and things. And she would only go up to booths where there were other people who were dressed almost exactly the same as her.
Oh.
And I watched like 3 different tables. She went and did this while I was eating lunch. I was like,
Interesting.
this is fascinating.
Huh.
So pink dress. She went up to a guy that had like this very pink kind of flowery shirt. And then she walked to a different table that had another girl that had on like very flowery, some sort of a dress. And then the third place I watched her was this girl that had on like a black shirt with all these different, I don't even know, like jewels all over it. And I was like,
so eclectic clothing.
she
Okay.
is drawn to people who are exactly kind of like her. And as a byproduct, she'll probably kind of sign up for some of the things and get more information from those people because they're like her. So the psychology is really interesting because it happens everywhere, even at these types of events where people are just walking around.
You just gotta watch.
LLG, do you
Yes.
mind if I put a bell right here?
You can put the sound effects wherever you want. It just was not the time. Oh, that's
Sounds
great.
like
That's a
work.
really
Yes.
good observation.
That
So you
is.
watch. This is the reason why I've been talking to a lot of people because AI here is not as big as it is in D2C Twitter because I'm 100% like
Really?
all
I
e-com.
feel like
Really? It
it's
feels like
nu-
it's
I feel
like
like it's
everything,
absolutely
everywhere,
consuming
all at
everything.
once.
Oh, that's so interesting. You guys think it's bad here? You have not seen D2C Twitter. It's very scary over there.
What's D2C Twitter? Is it
D2C
like its own
That's
like
where she
sub
lives. That's
Twitter
where Sarah
world
lives.
or
Sarah and
something?
Nate live in
Oh.
Yeah.
D2C Twitter.
Oh,
D2C
okay.
So there's
Why is Nate so big a part? You know what? I'm cutting out all Nates.
Nate
I didn't know people still went on Twitter.
I
me
love
neither.
Twitter.
I went on
I love
Twitter
for
one time.
sports.
How
I
many
love
people
for
use it
sports.
now though? Like
Zillions.
I mean,
unfortunately.
yeah, people still use it. I think just because that's where everybody was, and so they're like, "Well, I don't have a
Wow.
Twitter.
I don't know
I
about
have to go over
D2C Twitter. That's your game.
there." D2C Twitter.
so what are they saying in D2C land?
D2C Twitter is weird because it's a group of maybe 100 people,
Oh,
and so it's not very big. But there's like thousands of lurkers that just watch 100 people talk, which is just kind of funny. And I'm not calling anybody out because they tell us all the time as well. So I infiltrated D2C Twitter just by talking too much. And you'll find over there, the conversation is like AI is coming for your job. Like it's already over. You don't have a choice. Everybody in here is about to be homeless. So you guys better just quit and go.
but in what way? Like, okay,
It's that ridiculous.
when people say that though, I want them to give me very specific answers and
Yeah.
examples. Like, okay, it's gonna take my job. Cool. What job? How? When?
Oh my gosh,
why?
I'm
Like,
terrified of it. So
But to be fair though, that's so Twitter. See,
Yes.
Twitter is so dark.
Lots
it's
of
so horrible.
but it's the hype and the
Yes.
like drama
Yeah.
and.
yeah.
But well, do
I love
you
it.
believe that it's going to take your not
Mm.
necessarily you as a human, but like, do you think it's going to
Mm.
take jobs?
I think it will take jobs and turn them into something that only a specific mind is willing to do. Not necessarily a specific person. Anybody can do it. Specific mind. And when I say mind, I mean people who are very growth focused and not
Strategic.
fixed mindsets. Yeah. People who don't think this is the end will morph and move with it. People who are just like, this is the end, I can't do it anymore, like we're all over, everything's done, those people will struggle.
But I also think that
That's just kind of
And Sarah Levinger, you're up for today.
and mic drop. But it's also going to create new jobs. I really do.
Oh yes. Oh, and it already has.
But jobs that we don't
Mhm.
even know about existing today.
Isn't that so interesting?
And
I'm
that
here
I
for
think
it.
is interesting. Yeah. But so I get the, I don't get the doomsday. Well, I do because it's hype in the media and all that. But like, it's going to change the job you have today. It's going to make people more strategic. I think the jobs are going to get more challenging.
Oh yes.
Because it's going to take away
Yeah.
more of the easy work and there's a lot more thinking and strategy.
Mhm.
But there's probably going to be jobs of like,
Yes.
not prompt engineering, because I don't think that's really going to last for very long because
Yeah.
you can ask the AI to write your prompts. But like, there's going to be other jobs, whatever they
Yes.
are. I don't know. Do you have
It-
what do you think the other job is going to be, Scotty?
The other job.
Well, like new jobs that are going to come out of AI.
Oh, I see. What normally happens in these huge transformations is really you just kind of it's like spring cleaning. You go to the garage. There's a lot of mediocrity in the garage, and you're like, I don't really
It's
need
tennis
that
racket
anymore.
that's broken. That's a hole in it.
So what typically happens in these huge transformations is a lot of the mediocrity kind of gets flushed out. It's just in all trades, retail, whatever, they weren't really that great of a retailer. It's bummed. It super sucks that they're no longer here because they couldn't survive, but they weren't the greatest.
Mhm.
And so the ones that are still around kept evolving. There's an old, Moneyball, big old movie about the Oakland Athletics. And
I love that movie.
do you?
That's a good one.
Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Brad Pitt, but he had a
Yeah.
great line: "Adapt or die."
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
And so
That's our industry
it's-
right now.
It sounds so dramatic.
No, but that I don't think is dramatic. I
But
think that
hey,
one's like
I'm
very.
the guy who've been doing it for 30 years. I got 20. Like I am the
How many
adapt.
times have you adapted?
I've
Scotty?
adapted a lot, and the only thing that excites me today is to adapt again.
Yes. That's that's the reason why I don't know why D2C is
Or
so
try
scared of this
Phillip
stuff.
Jackson.
Bye, Phillip
Future
Jackson.
comments right there. That's a celebrity sighting here at eTail.
I would agree. He has iconic glasses and hair.
Yes,
He's
1,000%.
just-
I know.
His
I'm like,
brain
We're
is
just talking
iconic.
about you now, Philip,
Just
and how
iconic.
awesome you are.
And
Yeah, we're recording, so
You want to jump in?
come in.
Come on in. Let's
Come on,
just turn.
Phillip.
Let's turn this
We're
mic
talking
up.
about
This
if
is
AI
what
is
I
gonna take
love about
jobs.
this show. Is people just pop in,
Pop in.
Come hang out.
come hang
Supposed to
out.
sit on your banana.
Oh, sorry.
Was that your lunch?
No, that was just a snicky snack. God. You know what, LAG, you're giving me just the right amount of shit.
I know.
And I
my
want to
job.
congratulate you.
It's my
I
job.
love
Keep
you
it
for
a good
that.
Scott, hey, what's up, man?
Oh, hey,
The way I would
man.
never invite someone to just sit down on my podcast.
Why? This is what I love.
Because
we
I'm not
know you.
prepared for that. I have to be prepared.
We were just talking about how iconic you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
The
hair,
glasses,
the
the
glasses.
hair.
That
the
is so
shoes.
stupid. I don't want to hear that crap.
We're just
Thank
glad
you
you
very
made
much.
it to eTail.
That was a very nice thing to say. And
Every-
I said,
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was seriously stressed out that you weren't going to be here. I was seriously stressed out.
Really?
Aw.
I know how much you mean to the show. You've been coming to here. You're kind of a,
For years.
I don't know,
How many
you
years?
and Brian and
No,
Future
Brian's
Commerce,
the icon. He's been here, I think, 10 years. I've only, this is like my 4th year.
But you just,
But
I don't know. It
still.
doesn't feel, it just doesn't feel. Now,
Can I
Actually-
tell you? Can I say something?
you have a microphone.
You can.
I did not want to come to this show.
Oh no! Why?
It's getting harder and harder. I have a 13 and 14-year-old now, and they
Oh,
just
that's
give me
real.
they
That's real.
give me grief. It's I'm gone a lot, and now it's not as much as it was in the agency days. I think in
What are the music
See.
days? But they weren't around.
they
The
weren't
music
around,
days.
like they weren't even fetuses.
I just
but,
want to come. Have you seen his music?
Wait,
reel?
music days. I don't know about this.
Oh my
Were you in a
God.
I was a
band?
touring musician for
What?
6-7 years.
For what band?
What kind of music? I did not know this.
It was a Christian rock band, but that's
That's
a
so
whole
cool.
other
Is
life.
this the type where it's like a big band and you're just not telling
Have you ever
us?
heard of Lifehouse? That wasn't us, but we sounded like them.
Oh, I was like, what?
Okay. This is a reference. Like I did a.
Did you have a record deal and everything?
Yeah, we had a whole thing. But I had a touring act. We had like multiple, we had
And
like
he's-
18 people on
You
the
were
road.
being very flippant about this.
Yeah,
This is like a
this
big
is very
deal.
Yeah, it was
serious.
from like 1998 to like 2005.
That
It was
is-
like
that's a
pre
long run.
MySpace.
So
Yeah.
So I'm on a call with great Phillip Jackson, and we're on a Zoom call thing or whatever, and he sees my drum set in the back in my office. Played drums since I was little, and he goes, "Oh, you play drum, musician. And then he picks the laptop up. He's like, I mess around. He literally has like a 17-piece band in his house.
Oh my God.
Your music room is insane.
Do your
I
kids
have a
play?
fun. Yeah. My daughter Pierce she's 13, and she's self-taught, just like I was.
Wow.
She's unteachable, also like me. And
Hold on.
she plays, keyboard, guitar, bass, drums. Like
Wow.
she's just like
Talent.
she just like picks up everything and she masters it. And she's
Wow.
phenomenal vocalist, just like her mom. My wife and I met in high school, and we were a singer-songwriter act for many years.
Oh, I
And,
love that story.
So yeah, that's just that's who we were for many years. And then I realized you can't pay the bills as a musician, and I was kind of keeping myself alive and fed, and putting gas in the van to get from city to city by building websites on the side.
Yeah.
And that's
Wow.
at FedEx Kinko's. Shout out to Kinko's, who kept me out of bankruptcy.
I spent a lot
So,
of days there.
Yeah.
That's
Back to
amazing.
Sarah Levinger.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up now.
Podcast.
Apologies.
Wait,
Would you
we were
like me to
talking-
leave, Sarah
we were
Levinger?
talking about if AI is going to take jobs. Do
Oh,
you think
absolutely.
that-
Next question.
But I asked for specifics. Like, tell me a specific job it's going to take away.
I think media buyers are certainly in peril.
Oh, that I agree.
That's
Mhm.
happening.
Mhm.
And I think already happening right now is just the amount of creative that's being produced by the upstream of the media buyer. That's already happened, and we
Yeah.
aren't reckoning with that. So those two things are for sure.
Engineers.
I don't think fully replaced, in my opinion.
Engineers
you
as in
kidding me?
developers?
Yeah,
But engineers
developers.
is a broad
I think it's
term.
going to make it worse. I think we're going to need a lot more.
I
Really?
agree.
A lot.
Interesting.
Because how are you going to diagnose
Exactly.
the problems and
Well,
match things together?
The
and have
AI,
it- yeah.
it will create its own ecosystems for its own ecosystems and double
Okay.
check its work. However, who's going to manage the AI that's doing all of that?
And
really like
connecting
that.
all those pieces
Yes,
together.
and connecting all the pieces together. Right
Yeah.
now, we're seeing people are just building stuff constantly and like, look at this tool and this tool. And AI did this. I did it in 4 hours. But they failed to tell us what happened after that. Like the 3 weeks later, what happened to it? Did
Or
it
how
break?
did that
like
work with the other tool
yes,
that you made?
Can you connect it to anything? We're gonna need so many more devs to be able to
I
handle that
agree.
workload.
Yeah.
But they got to hire back because they
Yeah.
laid like 80 billion of them off in 25.
But this is
Because
the
they-
pendulum.
Yes.
Like,
Swing.
we're
Yeah.
like
No,
all
because
the way here right now.
I blame boardrooms because they have no idea, and they said, "Wait, you can cut cost cut, you can cut all that." Absolutely, we need profit, we need shareholders, and now they're kind of the swing back is like, "Oh shit,
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
we can't do all the stuff."
But do
we
you know
used
what
to
that
do."
maps to is it really does map almost linearly to the number of people who've moved into entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
1,000%
So
agree.
if you look at the amount of new jobs that have been created, it's sort of like it's incremental.
I'm gonna give you
Nice,
a bell
thank
for
you.
that.
It's,
a little
it's
late, though.
incremental, but if
Give
you
me
look
an
at entrepreneurship and new LLC formation or S corp formation, that is not incremental. That is I don't want to say it's exponential, but it is growing at a faster rate. And so people are, and maybe it's a little bit of the echo chamber, the discovery thing that's happening with all of our algorithms, but people are feeling much more confident in going out to create something new. And so I call this sort of the atomization of society. It's like anything that used to be done by an enterprise is now done by the individual. And so we're all our own accountants now. Our big take, Sarah, I'd love your take on this, but our big take for 2026 was that we are seeing two things happening in society. We see autonomy on one side, where businesses are becoming more autonomous. We have everything is being automated to unbelievable degrees, and that's because we need more productivity and we're driving higher margins. And everything downstream of that is the secondary and tertiary effects that we probably won't even, second and third order effects that we won't even be able to know that have happened in till 2027, 2028, whatever. The other thing that's happening in society is sovereignty, is that we all want to be sovereign from these organizations that are having autonomy. And so whether that's sovereign health, right? We want to be in control of our own healthcare, or we want to have sovereignty from things that are causing we want to have better control over our purchasing, right? So we want to find better prices on things, or we want to start our own corporations. All of these things are sort of competing in the marketplace. And so the job loss thing it's really just a displacement and like a movement.
And that's what happened when the internet came. And
Absolutely.
But you've seen it in e-commerce, right? Like I know so
Oh,
many people
God.
who've left brand and started their own consulting or like gone out on their own, and there's a huge need for it.
But Sarah Levinger,
Yeah.
what's the psych
Yeah,
behind
I'll
it
shut
all?
up.
Sorry.
What's the
Go,
psych
Sarah.
behind it?
Tell us.
What's the psych?
I find this all super interesting because it depends on the generation you're watching. And you and I talk about this a lot, Scotty. The generation really matters because
Yes, I love
depending
this.
on where you're looking, you'll find different outputs of those internal struggles that we're having. So the businesses want to become more autonomous. We want to become leaner. We want to become more profitable. The only way to do that is to cut costs mostly, unless you're going to acquire more customers. Well, in this country, it's difficult to acquire a customer.
There's no more new
I know
customers.
there's no more, and it's expensive, stupid expensive to acquire
Yeah.
customers. So you're running into an issue where the people that are running the businesses, typically somebody who's an older millennial or a Gen Xer, those people were born in drop shipping days. They cut their teeth on like Shopify, WordPress, WooCommerce, all these different things. They've watched a lot of the industry morph and change, but they're the ones that are now pushing hard to get rid of all of the humans in the business, which I find really interesting. Now, they're training the younger generations, which are going to be more like Gen Zers, young millennials who cannot stand AI, and they're getting more and more away from that. Like, I don't. We're taking a picture as we're doing this. I'm like, my brain is going.
You're dropping knowledge, and I'm like, I just want to post
I'm-
about this as it's happening.
I'm just waiting to hit this button. That's the Sarah Levinger shit.
You were saying something profound, and I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Do you ever host a podcast? Do you know how to host interviews at all? Do you moderate at all on panels? You been there?
Go on, Sarah.
Everything's okay.
Like,
Everything's fine.
It is totally fine.
So
I was
Gen
gonna say, I can
Z
talk about
and
this
younger
forever.
millennials.
So Gen Z, younger millennials,
they hate.
They're going to be the ones that are coming up in these businesses. And I currently employ one of these people who's like, I don't understand what you don't understand about how social media works. Like, are you an idiot?
Duh.
And I'm like, I think I am. I'm so sorry.
You're not.
Like, what am I doing wrong? So they're digitally native. They understand that these tools exist. They are resistant to them, though. Now, just because they're resistant at work doesn't mean they're going to be resistant in the ecosystem outside of it. However, I think you're going to start to see this happen where the older generations are going to lean harder on AI and the younger generations are going to try and move away from
Interesting.
it. So,
I agree.
That's the K-shaped economy that everybody's talking about.
Yeah,
It's just happening in
that's-
different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's generationally focused. Now, the sucky part about that is these businesses are going to try and they're going to have to connect with the younger consumer because eventually they're going to run out of older consumers to convert. What happens when you're trying to convert a younger consumer who doesn't trust AI and you're only using AI to do that?
And AI generated content
Oh
and
my
not
gosh.
interacting in
Yeah,
a human
and then
way.
you don't have anybody in the business who knows how to connect without AI. Then you have a serious problem because you will not be able to convert a customer.
They said that on one of the panels. They were saying that they did a survey of like all generations, and Gen Z, and like younger
Yeah.
millennials were the most wary of AI. And I was like, oh wow.
Which doesn't seem like it should be.
No,
a thing.
you would think the opposite,
You
but they're
think the
like, we
younger
want
ones, yeah.
authenticity, we want
Yes.
experiences, we want more physical like
Mhm.
interactions. We don't trust AI.
Yeah. It's about to get really strange, I think. But it's also about to get really interesting because for those of us who can use AI and take what it produces and then make it human, you'll have a
Hmm.
really interesting kind of throughput because AI is more efficient when it comes to production. Not necessarily when it comes to quality,
Hmm.
but yeah, at least.
I don't know. You created AI to one of my favorite games on Brain Driven Brands that blew me away. She literally created AI like in her 5 seconds. She created an unbelievable
With,
$1
like,
million
yeah.
marketing idea. It was incredible.
What
And that
was
was-
it?
It was
Now I
that was
want to
like-
hear. What is it? It's a game?
That was like
just a
6 months
game.
ago. Can you imagine you did it today?
That I know it would be so much better today. We should actually try that. It was a game with ChatGPT where we asked Chat to create almost like a fake e-commerce like situation for Nate and I, my co-host. Both of us were given a brand. Both of us were given like a monthly amount that we were supposed to spend, and then it would walk us through scenarios of different things happening. Your influencers quit, or like you had a competitor come into the space, and then we had to tell Chat what our answer was to that problem. And then one of us at the end was awarded. I don't even remember who won. I think it was Nate.
No, you won.
Did I win?
Yeah, you won.
Okay.
'Cause you had
I hope
water.
it was me. Oh yeah.
You had water.
I
I
had
mean,
water.
yeah, you-
Oh, water was your product?
Water was my
Yeah.
product.
Oh
yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
but she got an offer to go into the airlines, and she said no.
I didn't want to go airline. I was trying to connect with the Gen Zers. But it's stuff like that where I'm like, I just used it as a tool. I needed a game show host is what I needed. I didn't have one. Poor Scotty was producing, so I couldn't ask him to be the game show host.
It was
So
she sent me a whole cool thing. It was one of my favorite episodes of all time. I was like, who's doing that? I'm just time checking because I want to make sure we play our Magic 8-Ball game.
Could I jump in on the Gen Z discourse?
Please.
Everybody wants a 45-year-old white man's take on Gen Z. So,
You know what? I just got a text.
We have kids.
requesting that.
I do. Well, Gen Alpha. So they're so we've done a lot of consumer research on generational behavior. So like, what's one more research study on someone else's behavior? About 6 weeks ago, we published a piece on self-awareness of generational behavior and AI usage, and Gen X not very self-aware of their behavior when it comes to AI usage. And this was self-identified folks who use AI on a daily basis. And we were looking at their behavioral usage and their attitudes towards responses and whether that changes their shopping behavior. That's sort of like the output. And then, so what we found was, and it was part of a larger study, there's more to it, but what we found was that Gen Z is extraordinarily self-aware. Unlike every other generation.
Yeah,
Every other
that's so
generation
true.
says one thing and they do another. Gen X, really far apart from what they say and they do. And millennials fall right in the center. But Gen Z, they do what they say.
Sarah's nodding, listener,
They've
and
been
I gotta
parented
get
so well.
Right.
You're
So
absolutely
interesting.
right.
I'm like, yes, data. I have
And
data on
so
this.
for me, I find, and also this is the same generation that we keep saying, was hypocritical because they wanted sustainability and shopped on Shein. So it kind of, I do think the jury's out on like whether their attitudes and around AI and AI usage and behavior, and then we'll see how that pans out in the long term. But my sense is that they are the ones who are using AI are self-aware about their usage of AI, and they're also aware of both the risks and the rewards. And so they're fairly, I don't know, they're sort of like egalitarian about this. Yes, we have you enterprise or corporation have power in the marketplace, but I also have power to not give you my business. And I think that that's a really interesting new dynamic as a consumer. And you see that happening at the same time as they are more meta aware of the world and how it works. And they're meta aware of marketing as a whole. So what we're witnessing is, Sarah, I'd love your opinion on this. I'll shut up now after this.
No, I love it. This is an interesting conversation. This is fantastic.
We're witnessing that people aren't saying, they're not as aware. Well, they're probably aware of the product that's being marketed, but they're also aware of the marketing itself. So they're in the Instagram comments and they're in the TikTok comments, and they're having multiple conversations. They're saying, hey, girly, I'm so proud of you for getting this deal. That's number one. And I'm like, that blows my mind. Number two, it's marketing with like 7 G's. They're aware of the campaign and they're like, this is good marketing.
Yes.
And like, when did this happen? We're fans of marketing itself. And that is a new like behavioral trait in the culture. We are fans and aware of that. And again, this skews to a younger generation who are fans of the meta. We're fans of the marketing itself. And so that's where I think the self-awareness comes in, is that they're also very aware of their usage of AI. I'm inferring, just want to make that clear. They're aware of the usage of AI because they're aware of the world and their place in the world, and they're aware of how all of this works. And so, when it comes to all of this, I think when you extrapolate it to commerce and commerce usage, I believe that generations like Gen Z and those after it will have similar worldviews, if not more entrenched and more exaggerated, because I don't think we go backwards. But I'd love your take, Sarah.
Yeah. I have like a weird view on why that's happening.
Okay.
Because I think that's the key of it, is if you can figure out why something's happening, you can probably figure out what's going to happen to it next.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a deep dive research for the last, I don't even know, probably 6-7 years on parenting styles and how they.
Sorry.
To me too. Immediately.
I'm 13. I've got teenagers at home. It's like a mind virus.
He's giving the 6-7. She's right there.
I have.
Looking for our next guest listener, and she's right behind us.
Okay, I won't make this too long.
Did it.
Keep going, Sarah. Sorry.
Sarah,
Yeah,
so
you're
wow,
right.
wow, we are really digging. This is
Totally
so
fine.
fucking serious for this show.
Interesting stuff, though.
We
This is
goofed
really-
around for a long time, Scott.
God, Jesus Christ! I gotta get something in.
There was a good 5 or 7 minutes of goof.
Was there?
2
Well, we were
minutes of
hearing about your
serious.
music career.
That's true.
Go on.
We did that.
Okay, so Bill,
Um,
why?
Or was I? Oh, yeah. Okay. So parenting styles. This is the reason why I think Gen Z is going to become more interested and becoming fans of just the creative art form of marketing. Because before, any generation before this, marketing is not an art form. You're literally trying to get my money. Like,
It's
you are
transactional.
scum of the earth. Yes. For Gen Zers, though, because they've created content themselves for so long, they kind of understand that content in itself is marketing of some sort, even if you're just trying to grow a following or whatever it is. So they're used to it because they're digitally native. But I think they also can understand that, like, the creativity levels that you bring to marketing. And if you're able to get me to laugh, cry, connect at any sort of entity in my life, props, right? I'll give you at least a little bit of my attention because you were able to do something for me that's not transactional. So I think that's why that's happening first. Second reason, though, is because we've seen this like generational breakdown of emotional training, which is very different than it used to be. So a lot of like the older generations, boomers and above, didn't get a whole lot of emotional training language-wise. Like they just verbally don't have the
Everybody's
ability
shaking their head.
Give
Yes.
a sound effect on that one.
to be able to. Now, again, I'm making wide sweeping generalizations.
No,
This
but
is
you
not every
again,
boomer.
if you want to
This
read
is a
more,
podcast. That's what this is for.
if you want to read more, go to sarahlevinger.com.
Yes. Okay. Well, and this is the reason why I think it's kind of important.
I love what's happening right now.
It's super fascinating. This is the reason why people get around me and they're like, "You're intense." I'm like, "Is it not fascinating?"
It's so fascinating.
It's so
I love it. It's so
The
interesting.
boomers did not get.
How
a
have
whole
we
lot
not
of training.
met before this?
She's
I
awesome.
know.
You would.
You and I
you
chatted
love
on
her.
Twitter, and then we just never got like real life
Go on.
situation. So poor boomers. They're
Poor
trying.
boomers.
Poor boomers. They are trying, but the boomers were really interesting because they didn't get this emotional training from their silent Gen parents. They then kind of passed this on to their Gen Xer and somewhat millennial kids. So I'm an 88 baby. I'm like in the crack. So I behave as if I'm a Gen Xer, but I think a lot like a millennial. So I have this really weird parenting style that's very much like your feelings are valid. Go get your freaking shoes on. Like, I don't care. You're going to need to go do it.
There's some snaps.
You're
around
going to be
your
home
table.
alone. I feel
Exactly.
badly about
I'm
that,
so
but I'm
sorry.
still leaving.
I'm going to have crushing amounts of guilt about this, but I'm also, you just got to do it. I don't care. Gen Xers are really interesting though, because they didn't get that and they're very independent and they're very like
Yes.
focused still on career. They want the balance, but they're not quite sure it matters. So they just constantly like put more and more responsibility on themselves. So we got this really weird like breakdown, right? Of like how these are all going down. Then you get to millennials, and millennials all of a sudden were like, this is ridiculous.
Mhm.
I would like some help, please. I need a therapist. I need a
Yes.
barista, and I need somebody
Barista.
to come tell me what to do.
That's
Immediately,
facts. That is
Like,
facts.
I need it in my life now. So you see a lot of rise in coffee, but you also see all these millennials having children and starting to teach them from day one. This is what you're feeling. This is the word to describe it.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
can I
is
add one
why-
other
yeah.
one? Why should I buy my clothes when I can rent them every week?
So true. Millennials were the very first to be like, do I have to do it this way?
Yeah.
This seems dumb. Can I do it a different way?
That's true.
So you got all these new products coming out where we offer things like Stitch Fix, where it's like, let me ship clothes to your door, and then you try it on the privacy of your own home, and then you keep what you want, you send it back. Boom, massive business. So now this is the weirdest part because we've got to Gen Z, and the millennials have taught their Gen Z kids so much emotional knowledge, but very, very little critical thinking skills because we over-indexed on emotion.
No, I have one for that. Oh
I'm
God.
so sorry. Apologies to anybody who's listening to this. I'm like, this is going to be this is break your heart. So now we have these kids who are
You were
very
so much
emotional.
happier when I worked with you.
So sorry.
No,
I become
I'm kidding.
very
She's given the
cynical.
real.
Oh
I know.
my
I love this.
God,
Keep going.
is
Keep
why I
going.
have anxiety on the daily. We got these kids who are very self-aware, very little critical thinking skills because they have tech. I don't have to think about this. I just push a button and there's the app and it tells me what to do. I just push the button and then Starbucks will have it waiting for me. Like they don't have to do anything. And it's not necessarily their fault. It's their parents' fault. It's my fault. Because I'm constantly like, well, honey, just put it into the phone. Like just, I don't care.
Ask
right?
Google.
Just
Ask
Google,
Alexa.
right? Go ask somebody. to do it.
ChatGPT.
So all the way back to your question, what is this obviously going to do for these businesses, and what does this mean from a consumer standpoint? Gen Zers are going to be really interesting because they're going to like just hyper crave experiences, which is why they love marketing that's hyper creative, interesting, really, really captivating, emotionally dense. And if you can't create that, it's going to be really hard.
But
So
how do you
they're
create
kind
that with AI?
How do
You
you create it?
can't. You
Exactly,
need
yeah.
humans.
But are they,
Yeah,
so,
you gotta
so
have humans
are they pretty much raising the bar for everybody? I mean,
Yes, Gen
Seriously.
Zers are going to make it so that we have to get super creative, which I'm here for. I'm like, this is interesting because I want to create the next like man your man can smell like. I want to be a part of campaigns that are like the most interesting man in the world. I
they
want
brought him back.
They did. Oh, and
The
I
Dos
was like,
Equis guy, yeah.
They brought him back.
yes, this is going to be so good. The Gen Zers don't have a whole lot of that yet because they've grown up in direct response era,
Yeah,
which poor Gen Zers and millennials really.
but we have
So,
Grimace Shake, so we've got that.
But
those things,
so
the
we're
half-life
trying.
is so much shorter,
it is now, yeah.
right? And
Not nearly
that's
as long.
where are we gonna have? I get a little worried about we don't build things to last because we know they won't.
Mhm.
And that's where, that's my concern, is because we know that, I don't know if I would call it cultural acceleration. I feel like it's not really that. We've just, our attention is so short now that we move to the next thing. So can we have a Dos Equis? I don't know. That's my question, but it's not my podcast.
Like at this
I-
podcast or like in general?
Wait,
I
ask
wanna
the
know
magic
in
eight
general.
ball. Ask
in
the magic
general,
eight ball.
yeah.
Oh, it is magic.
But
baseball
I'm
time.
sure you have an answer for that. Why don't you come on Future Commerce and let's
Okay.
have that
You really
conversation.
should.
You
You
should.
Oh
should.
my God, the guy comes on, he's hijacking gas.
It's a good conversation.
You know,
I was minding my business and walking
Honestly,
by.
We actually did call you over here.
real. I've been trying to get you on this show for 2 years, a year and a half.
That's true.
So
You
shout out,
made it.
shout
Shout
out
out.
me.
Shout out to Scotty for grabbing you while you
Scotty
walked.
just wants shout
This
outs
is
on
what
the
I love.
podcast.
I love coming here because this is what happens. This is like such a cool. You guys are so freaking smart. God, but you know who's smarter? The Magic 8 Ball.
What a segue.
Thank
That's
you.
a pro.
Thank you.
Everybody gets a question.
Everybody gets a question, and you
What's
have
your
to ask
question?
it, and you have to do it right. When you ask it, you have to
gosh.
say Magic 8 Ball, then say question and shake at the same time,
All right.
and then you can't lie on the answer. Phillip,
Magic 8 Ball.
you gotta shake it.
Oh, gotta shake it. Doesn't it get bubbles if you shake? I don't know.
don't
No,
think
this
so.
one's this is the
This
upper
is a
end.
special one.
It's a quality one.
Magic 8 Ball. Should I give up and just go back to playing music for a living?
Oh.
That's like a life question.
All right. Isn't it? What? As I see it, yes.
Is the Magic 8 Ball ever wrong? That's the question.
Well,
It told us to try again several times.
yeah,
Oh, it did?
sometimes it's
Okay,
like
so it's
whoa.
unsure.
Yeah, which is actually legit. Like I
Yes.
I give it credit for that.
Magic 8 Ball.
You guys shake so gently.
I don't want to
It's
ruin
gonna-
it.
it's
It's
gonna
not
be
mine.
supposed to be aggressive.
I'm like Magic 8 Ball.
My mom taught me to be kind always. Oh, she was a good boomer. Okay.
I like
Always be
Sarah.
nice.
Always
Always be
Always
nice.
be kind all the time.
She's the best. She should have a show. She should have her own show.
I should have my own podcast.
You should.
My God. Oh,
Is
my
this
life. Okay.
pressure right now?
It is. Will consumers warm up to AI?
That's
Younger
an
consumers.
on-topic question.
I want to
like
see that. Well, younger consumers warm up to AI. It says most likely.
Hey.
There it is. You can check my work.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did say most likely. I can check your work. Okay. Magic 8 Ball. I'm still thinking of my question.
I don't think one fast.
I know.
You sing.
Oh, yeah. Phillip, sing for us.
Sing the Jeopardy things. We know you're like a big deal, but like, could you?
But can you just sing Jeopardy?
Come on.
Okay.
Song, please.
Magic 8 Ball. Do you think that there will be one dominant LLM this year or next year?
Oh,
That's a good question.
First.
Did it give you a good
I'm
one?
s-
Outlook good.
Oh.
Scotty?
Okay, I'm going to ask it the same one that I like to ask. Okay? Please watch. Magic 8 Ball.
The shaking is intense.
Will Andrew Jassy cave to all the LLMs
Oh, that's
and
a
let
good
them
question.
into their catalog, into the Amazon
Good question.
massive,
That's a good
greatest
question.
first-party data ever amassed by humankind?
God. No
Oh, it
pressure.
is bubbling a little bit. You're right.
Called it.
See, this is why I love this. I love the Magic 8 Ball. Reply hazy, try
Oh
again.
God.
Nailed it!
Accurate.
There it is.
Absolutely perfect. This thing, I suggest everyone have a Magic 8 Ball
No,
with
wait,
you on all
wait. We came up
times.
with an idea on our last podcast. We should make one that has an LLM in it
Yes.
and like
Oh,
comes
God.
has a
That's a
screen.
great
and, like,
idea.
comes
Yes.
up.
That's a great idea.
Can we market this? I feel like you could make this.
I'm
happen.
terrified
Do
of
that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really good future commerce thing. We should do that.
It really
That's a
is.
great activation. We could do that for shopping.
I'm right now.
LLM 8 Ball.
Can I help?
Yes.
Hold on.
It was my idea,
Well, it's yours.
Hold on.
You
Wait
wanna
a
do
minute.
it?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
but I
wait a
can't
minute.
make it happen.
Hey,
You
do
can't.
you have $1 on you? I want you to
No.
hire me as your agent right now.
Can I borrow $1?
Sarah
Oh,
Levinger.
Sarah. This is
Thank
fun.
God. This
And
was-
Phillip.
So Phillip Jackson,
Wow.
future
Dual show.
commerce.
This was lovely. I'm so
This
happy
was
this
so. I don't even have words. You know how much I love this.
Yes, I do. I
It
do.
just makes me. You know why? Because people
People
matter.
matter.
happened. People matter.
You listen to Always
Bye.
Off Brand. Bye. Everybody say goodbye.
Hey there, this is Haley from Quickfire, and they want me to read this so you know what this podcast is part of and how to find out more if you want. Always Off Brand is a production of Quickfire LLC and a part of the Learn and Laugh series on the Quickfire Podcast Network. For more information, go to quickfirenow.com. Have a good one, and thanks for listening.